Hi, most of you would agree that housing is in a bubble. There is a big question. When it pops, how deep will price fall? Let's analyze some interesting data and see if it's reasonable to expect that housing prices will fall in next year. So let's look at historical data of chart of affordability. If you look left from the beginning of graph, we can see that there is historical correlation between home prices and disposable income, or CPI. Wages go with the rate of inflation. Red line represents home prices and black line income, or CPI. We can see that around 1981 and 1989 we have maximum of home prices compared with disposable income, and then in the last 20 years we can see surge of home prices. Question is, why so big? Is almost exponential growth of home prices in the last 20 years. We can find answer for this question at the chart of historical interest rate in Canada. We can see that in the last 20 years we have very low interest rate, and this is one of reasons why prices of houses were soaring. For health economy, there have to be some kind of equilibrium between these two variables. So we can expect to see in near future this red line to go down towards black line. What can contribute to falling prices? Number one is interest rate, and interest rate depends on inflation. Now let's see what we can expect for inflation and economy in near future.
No idea.
Right now we have drastic increase in cost for rent, and with this new war in Israel we will see probably increase of gas prices, but can follow with food prices also.
How much is rent?
Soaring of shelter prices is big factor in overall inflation. According to data compiled by Rentals, asking rents in Canada continued to hit new highs in September, increasing by 1.5% from August and by 11.1% from a year ago to an average of $2,149. With year-over-year growth rising back into double digits, the annual rate of rent inflation accelerated to a 9-month high. If you look at the graph, what represent immigration and housing investment, we can see that immigration is up and resident investment going down. And this trend cannot be fixed in 6 months, even 1 year. So then we can conclude that it will be pressure for potential inflation in near future. Target for Bank of Canada is to reach 2% of inflation. Now, can we expect that inflation will be 2% or more than that? Tell me what you think. Latest news for CPI, or inflation, for September was 3.8%. For month before was 4%. But as I said, core pressure on inflation are still here, like energy prices, food, and rising shelter costs. Reaching 2% for inflation is not going to be easy task for Bank of Canada. We can assume that if interest rate going to stay high for whole next year, that would be affecting housing prices definitely. But some people will say inventory is slow. There is not enough houses for sale, and this can stabilize dropping prices, even making going up. Yes, but if you count 2% of all mortgages in Canada going for renewal every month, and people who had 2.5% interest rate now have to pay around 6% for new mortgages, it's not going to be easy. Let's see how are we with supply right now. We can see that from 5 years of supply in Vergil region, we are now on the maximum point. Another important thing is what happened in recent days is surprise rise in global bond yields, which can push fixed mortgage rates higher. The roughly 75,000 Canadian homeowners awaiting mortgage renewal notices next month are bracing for a shock interest rate jump due to a surprise rise in global bond yields, which will further squeeze already tight household budgets. With roughly about $200 billion in home loans coming up for renewal next year, mortgage brokers and lawyers are preparing for more distressed sales in the property market. Putting all together, it's likely that supply will increase next year. Nobody has a crystal ball and nobody knows what is going to happen. But with more facts, we can have more clear picture of what we can expect in near future. For more news, please smash that red button. Thanks for watching and see you next time.